What's up, YouTube? On this episode of Coddiwomple Overland, we're going to take a look at some of the stock-friendly trails along the Daniel Boone Backcountry Byway.
We don't need a destination, let's go where the river's taking us.
Deb and I get a lot of questions when it comes to the Daniel Boone Backcountry Byway because it's right in our backyard. One of the biggest questions that we get is, what can you do in a stock-friendly rig along this trail system? We were at the Daniel Boone Backcountry Byway 2024 spring event over the last weekend and decided to do something a little bit different than we usually do, but we're going to show you a little bit more about some of the backcountry routes that you can do in a stock-friendly rig. Instead of traveling every day for this event, we set up a base camp at Callie's Lake and Campground. From there, we're going to head south along Kentucky 1639, making our way towards Barker Branch and then Larson Road. What the roads that we're going to take today lack in technical difficulties, they definitely shine in old history and a lot of scenic value. Larson Road is the bypass to Fixer-Leco Road. Right now, Fixer-Leco Road has a pretty substantial beaver dam area with a deep water hazard. This is the stock-friendly way to get around there. While it is a bypass, it does offer a really good view of a beautiful lake along the bottom. At the south end of Larson Road, we're going to continue our way south and west along Fixer Road. Along Fixer Road, you're going to find several different older houses along the creek, and if you really pay attention, you might even find a cow and a pig who are color matched. Fixer Road is one of the original routes along the Daniel Boone Backcountry Byway, and it's also part of the Kentucky Adventure Tour. Before this trip, we had had a few days of pretty substantial rain, and that's why the water is as muddy as it is. Normally, this water is crystal clear. By this point, we have made it to the end of Fixer Road and was now on Bald Ford Rock. One of the other things that Fixer Road is known for is its vast amount of creek crossings, especially on the lower end. You may want to keep this in mind if it's been raining quite a bit. One of the best things about all of these water crossings is they all have a rock bottom to them, so you don't have to worry about sinking up or getting stuck along the creek crossings. A lot of the roads and trails in this area were built to be able to get to these oil wells here that you see us passing by. There are several of those along this route. Just make sure to steer clear of them, because while they seem they're not working, you never know when they're automatically going to kick on. This is the hot spot for all the rock climbing.
Okay.
All these guilty pleasure, head and shoulders, where's JJ, technical difficulties, all of these are named walls.
Really?
For rock climbing.
That's pretty wild. So I just found out 2 days ago, my neighbor kid that comes over and fishes in my pond, him and his dad, they come down here and go rock climbing all the time.
Yeah, this is...
They go out hiking with a hammock and camp up on the mountains, and they go rock crawling.
That's crazy.
Climbing, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, this is the Pendergrass Murray Recreation Preserve.
Okay.
So it's dedicated
to it.
To rock climbing.
So is that dotted road, the black and white, is that the road to get up?
Yeah, that's a road that you can get up and go up to there, and we can ride up there if you want to and see. I don't know if we can see any of those rocks or not. We can go take a look. We decided to take a quick detour up to see if we could see any of the rocks that people were climbing. While this road is a dead end out and back, it was a neat road to travel. And you were able to see some rocks, but you really weren't able to see anybody, or at least we didn't today. At the end of the trail, we didn't find any climbers that we could see on the walls, but what we did find was a maze of different trails that led off in different areas from this trailhead going to those different rocks. It don't say you can't drive up there.
Well, that looks like a side-by-side trail. We don't have to go all the way up there, though.
No, we're not going
Because I
to.
want to get some of our other stuff.
Yeah, I'm going to
There.
stop here and pee.
Okay.
You want to let him out to pee too?
Yeah, sure.
As we leave Barker Fork Rock, we make our way west towards Beattyville and to find something a little more scenic. While this part is blacktop, it definitely will take you a step back in time.
Where are you taking me?
We'll see you in about 50 feet.
A really cool place.
We were taking Jimmy to the Fitchburg Furnace, one of the most complete furnaces that I know of. This dual chamber iron furnace was built around 1859. It cost an estimated $100,000 to build, even in that day, and only was in production for just a few years. The next road that we're going to take you down is a nice easy stroll along Marble Yard Road. There are a couple different attractions along this road. One of them is another old iron furnace. It's the cottage furnace, and while it's not right on the road, you can take about a 1 mile each way easy walk to get to it. It's not as intact as the Fitchburg furnace, but it's still really cool to see. We would make one stop along this road and take a hike. The 2/10 of a mile each way hike takes you to one of the cooler features along this section of the trail.
We can explore it.
As you wind your way down through the woods and along the cliff face, you come upon Tucker Cave.
Yeah, you're okay. Keep going.
Really? No kidding.
After leaving the cave, we continue on Sweet Lick Road to the town of Irvine. Along this section of Forest Service Road, you're going to find a couple of different small dispersed campsites. As you make your way down the hill overlooking the valley, you'll ultimately find the little town of Irvine. This is a great place to find something to eat, and the place that we found that we really liked was the Back Street Grub. When we left Irvine, we headed back north, and the goal was to hit Lone Oak Road and Ballard Branch Road. These two scenic roads take you back towards Clay City. This is one of those areas of the National Forest that doesn't look like it's ever been logged or harvested. Just look at the size of these grapevines. Callie's Campground and back. This is about an 84-mile loop. It's a trip that's scenic and could be a little bit challenging for a stock vehicle, but it's nothing that you couldn't do without any issues at all. If these trail guides are something that you would like for us to do more of in the future, please let us know in the comments below. That night after we got back to Callie's, we started seeing the sky was looking a little bit different, and we realized then that the northern lights could be possibly seen from our area. We decided to take a ride into the Red River Gorge to find a better spot to see if we could see them a little better. And we're going to leave you with what we found. Until next time, see ya.